It is definitely the case that technical innovation, like you say, is super rare. And I think 2 to 3% is a good estimate. The key is, though, as you pointed out, all of us are capable of innovating. All of us solve problems that we've never encountered on a reasonably regular basis. I think so. All humans can innovate, but for whatever reason, we don't direct it at technical products. And then, of course, we struggled with that problem for a while, and it finally occurred to us, well, that for whatever reason is because we so readily default to social solutions. Whenever something goes wrong, because we're such social creatures, we reach out to others either for an answer that they might already have or for some way of working together to solve our problems, like you coming over and helping me get across the street when I've broken my knee. So if that's the case, then it also follows that people who are on the autism spectrum, who are less social, who are less engaged socially and less capable of knowing how others feeling, and so they don't connect to other minds as well, people like that are they're going to be forced just by their own nature to be much more likely to be technical innovators because they can't rely on their friends as easily. They don't know as readily what their friends are thinking, et cetera. And so what that means, what that suggests is that autistic people on the spectrum ought to be more technically innovative. And in fact, when you look at the type of folks who technically innovate, they're far more likely to be on the spectrum than folks who don't, like engineers, for example, the Silicon Valley types. If all those places like Silicon Valley around the world always have a very high prevalence of autism. So we don't know exactly what that overlap is, but the data are very clear that rates of autism are way higher among technical innovators. And so what what we suspect is going on here is not that autistic people are necessarily more technically skilled, but by virtue of the fact that they aren't as socially connected, they're forced to rely upon their technical skills more. And of course, that causes them to develop them more, and it causes them to turn in that direction more often.